So, Mr. D.
Yes, sir.
It's been a little while. Thinking about taking it back to your old college days.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So it's pretty
nice
much this haircut just like shrunken down a little tighter.
Yeah, yeah.
You've been keeping it lazy and somewhat professional because of all the work situations these days. But yeah, I can see that you got a lot
That's a lot of hair. Yeah, yeah,
days,
yeah.
Then
let's kind of take some of that off.
Yeah, man. Since I've done this a few times already, let's dig in.
Yeah. I think what we're going to try today is going to a shortness that I haven't been in almost like 6 years. So, but no better time to experiment than right now. So, why not?
Let's just get it sharp, man. It'll be a little while. Cause you just told me that you're gonna be moving, man.
Yeah, but I'll be coming back to Austin at least once a month.
Yeah, based around your haircuts.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's the game plan?
Yeah, no, just gonna. I mean, we're both going home, and then we both might have some new job new job opportunities outside of Austin. So we're just gonna wait till we figure that out, and then if it turns out we're still in Austin, then we'll come back.
All about cutting costs these days.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I heard a statistic, and it was like 40-something% millennials live with their parents right now.
Yeah, I've just gone back home. Yeah, rent's getting more expensive anyway, so.
Yeah, no.
Especially here in Mueller, man, it's going crazy.
It's an attractive place, man.
And they just got, there's like 3 new apartment buildings that are coming up there. There's a hotel that's about to come up there.
Oh, dang.
It's like some like a boutique hotel, like 10 rooms and like very upscale and.
Yeah, perfect timing.
So, so it's gonna get pricey really soon.
We were talking about like what you used to get back in the day.
Yeah.
And I think we used to get like a low half, and today we're starting a little shorter, doing a skin fade, blend it out, just make it a little more aggressive, a little fresher. It's been a minute.
It has.
Never anything wrong with just switching it up. Same haircut style, just shorter. Yeah, so like I said, Danish used to get like a low half, and with a little bit of a drop, because a traditional half would probably just come straight from right here in this little C note and kind of kiss the back of his parietal ridge. But with a drop fade, it's just like a more dramatic expression of a low fade, and I like to actually think of it as a little bit more of a professional fade. Anything that's kind of low, so you can still have a little bit of length up top. You can still have a nice transition, but it's really tight still and practical. So you get kind of the best of all worlds. Whereas a high fade is very aggressive. It's very fresh. It's very modern, but it might not be ideal for all types of settings. So mid-low, low fade, low drop. Those are good. Those are good calls when it comes to having more of a classic look, but still want to keep it tight. So yeah, I started off with skin. Yeah, somebody in the comments mentioned like, oh, why do you put the lines in? And for me, it's more just like visual. Like you want to keep symmetry. You want to. Especially on different people's like shapes of heads too. Like not everyone has the same shape, so kind of visualizing a guide, you can get kind of lost in it and maybe not achieve the exact look that you were going for. So me drawing in just even a soft line, it's not too. I'm not against it. So at this point, we're getting into like some of that bigger bulk on the side of the head, and. So because I want to keep a little bit of weight right here where he parts it, instead of just riding that clipper straight up, I hit the bulk right at the bottom with the transition, and then and flick out a little quicker on these ones, because I like to do a lot of this work on this parietal ridge, clipper over comb, just to have a little more finesse. So for me right now, like this is a good spot to let his head rest, let my eyes rest. Got the bulk of the fade in. I'm gonna go ahead and get the top taken care of, and then we'll connect him, like I said, with that parietal ridge and clipper over comb. And then if I need to do any polishing, we will. And then we'll jump into that beard and mow it down. Got a lot of wave up here these days, man. Look at that.
Yeah.
So his hair was pretty dry, so instead of just letting the water kind of beat off of his hair, I'm just working it in with my hands to make sure it gets absorbed and nice and stretchy. Especially with waves, water tends to activate a lot of curls. So to make my life easier, just stretching out the hair, getting it nice and straight, it'll just make my cutting process a lot easier. So looking for that short hair compared to the long stuff. I'm gonna use that as my guide. It looks like we're gonna be cutting off an inch right away, which is about 2 months of growth. He came in about a month ago, so like I said, just a little more aggressive than before. Nothing life-changing, but definitely shorter. I'm gonna give that guide right in the middle.
I've been using a lot more of that Beardbrand sea salt spray.
Yeah,
freaking love it.
That's a big winner for us. It's like the perfect balance of dry and volume and texture, but still gives you a little bit of movement.
I put some in just right before I blow dry it, and then I blow dry it, and then it's perfect. It has like a lot of volume to it.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't need to do anything after that.
Especially since, like for me too, whenever I do have my longer hair and we have our waves, right? I like to rock the wave, and if you put in too much classic pomade, it tends to flatten it all out.
Yeah, I'll make it like really flat and
every once in a while, I want that nice slicked, controlled look. Yeah. But other days, just intentional waviness, intentional messiness. Yeah. I usually blame the client for having like a lumpy head or something. It's kind of crooked, but I like you, so I'm not gonna do that to you.
Exception made.
You made the cut. Looking for my guide from up top when I'm deciding where to chop this front portion. And then I like to do what, I call it a snow cone, but in the center of the head, and then coming down to this little section right here. If I do it both sides and then make it nice and balanced, should get rid of that bulk on this side, keep us out of trouble. Still be able to maintain a lot of that length and weight up front, so you have some options.
Yeah.
But without being so weighty that it gives you trouble.
Good, Bob?
Oh, thanks. Oh, the haircut too, or nah? As I comb your hair, like I'm looking for a couple things. I'm looking for where this hair kind of creeps in, it's like lays on that shelf right there, and then you have your whirl. You have a little bit of a cowlick right here, so it kind of pushes the hair forward a bit. So I'm making sure that even with a minimal effort, that some of that stays pretty smooth. As I comb with the grain of the hair, there's always like this little. If you look at all of these, they're all pretty similar, and then there's a wider one, and then they start to get closer again. Usually, if you stick your comb right in that part, you're gonna get a perfect part almost every time, and it's usually gonna end right here in this recession. And the reason that happens is because right here at the corner of your head, the skin stretches ever so slightly, and the flow wants to go this way, and then these guys, just with gravity, will pull them down. So like I said, every single time I do that, there's just a little bit of a wider corner row right there. You stick that comb in there, and you'll get a crisp part every single time. And I learned that from Mr. B.
Team Mac and Yao.
I was way over the. I didn't like him way before that, so I was like even less by the time those guys got there. I like Clyde Drexler, like Olajuwon, like
Clyde Drexler.
Disliking them since then. And beating up on my dear David Robinson and Avery Johnson.
Let's take it down quite a bit.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna take it down a little bit. What I'm looking at is just like some of the areas that have that you've kind of let grow out, and the new masks thing. You know, like different areas get pinched, and looking at the length here. I'm also looking at some of the bulk here and what parts I'm gonna attack a little more aggressively. And then looking at where you have been kind of trimming up some of the cheeks, get that mustache dialed in. Yeah, we'll just give you a nice clean Danesh beard.
Yes, sir.
So you have a super crazy cowlick in your beard as well.
Yeah.
So that's something that I gotta be aware of. But yeah, I'm gonna use your chin as my guide right now. Just aim it straight for that area above your Adam's apple. Because I don't want to give you this kind of like round jaw with the nice fresh jaw fade. I want to keep it a little more structure, a little more angle, especially since we're just chopping it down a bit. Oh, this guy again. Yeah, I like your jeans.
You can't even see my smile.
Yeah.
This big old goofy grin on my face.
Yeah, I'm loving that jacket, man.
Yeah, you know, it's 80 degrees out. You finally bust out jackets.
Here in Austin, Texas, man, it's 82 degrees is sweater weather. What I'm trying to do is, like I said, sharpen up the beard a little bit. Not as typical for you, what you rock. What I'm trying to do is match it up with the fade that I did. So as much blend and fade that I did up into your hair is what I'm trying to do down into your beard. Just create a little bit of balance. Be a little more aggressive with it because once again, it'll be a little while before you see me again, and you're wearing the mask. Let's get crazy.
Yes, sir.
That always annoyed me about like shows like Peaky Blinders, and they never poop.
It shows so good though.
It's so good, but it's like there's no way that guy has not pooped in like 4 seasons. It's the only thing that comes to mind. Like, what shows have they shown where people poop? Oh, it's usually like a Jason Bateman show, or a. You know, they show a lot of restroom use in The Office.
That's true. That's true, yeah.
I mean, there's not really a lot going on in the office, so it's one of the most exciting things.
Do you think if we took this down right here, or would that make it look like too short with this here?
We can. You're talking about just making it more angular and like getting rid of some of this bulk right here?
Yeah, let's try that.
That we can,
Yeah,
we
let's
can
do
pull
that,
off
let's do
like
that.
safely without like,
Kind of having to,
yeah, because then you're gonna have just like a bunch of bulk up here,
Yeah.
and it'll make your face look even more wonky.
and we don't want that.
And we don't want that.
Got me looking good for my non-existent dates.
Dude, maybe this is where you can turn it around, man.
Oh, didn't think about that, man. Make sure I gotta share that, and then
Lots of selfies right after this, and then never again. Speaking of Daneshes, I have some cherry ones at home right now.
well, you probably shouldn't eat those. You're trying to watch bigger.
Some cherry Daneshes. You see what I did right there? Because your name is, it's like the,
So original.
it's like the pastry.
It's like I'm back in like First grade.
Oh, yeah. We're going with Temple Smoke today, and I know where to find it.
Where is it?
Chris didn't return it again to the...
He loves that type of smoke.
He loves that Temple Smoke. And who doesn't, man? I didn't for a long time. I've come around. Come around.
It's a great one.
Jordan, the chemist here at Beardbrand, she told me that this was one of her favorites, if not the favorite, and I didn't believe her.
I think that's the same one I got.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like,
Love the smell.
I can tell, man. Yeah. So instead of blowing it black, your classic Pompadour side part, I'm actually gonna try something a little different.
Okay.
The length and seeing some of these waves kind of work themselves in towards the front, I think we're gonna keep it just a little more mellow and just a little more disheveled and
Okay, let's give it a shot.
done that shit. If you don't get laid this weekend, bro,
Did all you could, bro.
that was my old slogan, by the way. I no longer go by it, but for today, I'm gonna dust it off.
I'm gonna wing it back.
It's like I'm pretty sure I used to tell you this, but I just try to keep you guys laid and paid.
Yeah, I've definitely heard that.
I love you guys, man. I just want to take care of y'all.
Yeah, man, I'm so glad I stopped by. Really happy with the cut. We actually tried something new today, and I think I'm gonna do this again. So I'm excited to come back hopefully in the next month or two.